Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another video. And this video is called Hip Hop, Hip Hop, You're Breaking My Heart. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. So I want to start off with this clip here.
Have come out and said, look, this is just blatant cultural appropriation racism because you're accusing all their music that they produce of being about selling drugs, pushing guns, stripper poles. What do you say to that criticism?
I think that there's all types of rappers out there. There's black rappers and white rappers and Asian rappers and Indian rappers, all types of rappers. And I don't think that criticizing sort of the status quo of the genre or criticizing the prevalent content of the music, I don't agree that there's anything racist about that. Over the last 10 to 15 years, there's been very prevalent themes in hip hop, objectifying women and glorifying violence. And hip hop likes to think of itself as quite a woke genre. None of those things seem to quite align with what the woke mob is standing up and being vocal again. I think it's a little bit hypocritical, but
Black rap community have come out and
Now, I want to talk about what was said. Now, that was Tom McDonald, an independent rapper who recently has a #1 song called Facts, this anti-woke song. And this is above Nicki Minaj and a Megan Thee Stallion recent tracks, which are diss songs, and a lot of people in the hip hop community, you know, claim that it's racist, it's like saying that you're saying that the rap in a whole is this. And me being an artist who contributes as far as to the hip hop culture in different ways, when you look at some of the most top songs, especially more recent, and the artists who, the names of those artists, what those artists are talking about. Yes, we do have these artists that talk about stuff that are opposite. But when we are talking about at random, when someone looks up rap or someone looks up hip hop and they see or hear as far as what's in there is an issue with what it is that they find, what it is that we push to the forefront. There's a lot of contradictions that's going on when it comes to hip hop on how we want to be perceived, but how we are in putting the face as far as hip hop, and so when he was talking about as far as criticizing the themes. Of course, there is not just these particular themes, but again, when we're looking at random and you actually hear what some of these people are saying, it is wild. Here, look at this next clip to drive this point here.
Look at Eminem and his fans. They're the most craziest, disrespectful fans that we have in the culture.
I think he was the most streamed artist on YouTube in 2022.
Exactly what I said was going to happen, happened. Then want to give us Eminem and he's the greatest rapper and he's the most. And no, it's not fair, man. Okay, lyrically, but the masturbation elevate. I don't rap like that. I'm not into rap like that. I didn't come up growing up listening to rap like that. I listened to rap that was going on, stuff that I could relate with that's going on in my hood. You didn't have to be super lyrical. I like lyrical people too, Nas, Jay, like they can put words together good. But I wasn't into that rap anyways. And then they're gonna see, well, who was the most streamed and the most sold? And then his face is gonna pop up.
Why does that bother you though?
Because it's our culture, it's ours. It's black people's culture, it's us. Why should somebody else get the credit to be the face of it? When you look at Eminem and his fans, they're the most.
So I played that clip because here we go. Right now, one of the most streamed number one hip hop song, number one song in general is a white artist. And within that, they're criticizing a lot of the genre that, they're a part of. And people find a big issue with it, even though there is truth. So here's the question: does culture influence hip hop, or does hip hop influence culture? Does culture influence hip hop, or does hip hop influence culture? And to get to all of these different things, we're having these conversations about who's hip hop, and what is considered hip hop, and different things like that. We had, as far as the viral clip is with Most Def here, talking about Drake isn't, hip hop.
Like, is Drake hip hop? Why are you doing this to me?
Drake is pop to me, in the sense like if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
Commercial music.
Or it's
Commercial music, yeah.
shopping with an edge in certain instances.
Fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course, I mean, I
It's
get
commercial, entertaining, fun, good,
it's
formulaic music.
It's likable.
Likable music, yeah.
It's likable.
But is it? I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna move on.
Woo! So many products.
So many SKUs.
So many SKUs. Look at all these SKUs. Oh, so many products.
So much merchandising. So many barcodes.
I love this mall. Look at this place. I mean, look at this place. They have everything. Everything's here. They have everything here. Oh, this is great. This is a new Drake. You hear it? It's great. Okay. What happens when this thing collapses? What happens when the columns start buckling? Are we not in some early stage of that at this present hour? Empire, buying and selling. Where's the message that I can use?
Right.
What's in it for your audience apart from like banging the pom-poms?
Are we seeing an empire collapse? So when we ask, as far as, who's a part of hip hop, we got to ask, what is hip hop? And this, what most stuff stated in regards to the empire collapse, are we witnessing that? And I think that is hip hop in a whole. Where's the message? Where are the people who are putting the people with the message out there? If you don't know who someone like Rhapsody is, did a freaking track with Hip Hop, Grammy freaking award-winning hip hop producer. But are there any TikToks being made as far as with her stuff? We got this recent, issue that's going on with, TikTok and, UMC record labels pulling a bunch of songs and different things like that. And people are just all like, yo, what in the world? But what about making the TikToks of these artists who are actually saying stuff with a message? We've heard this over and over and over, and there are artists that are actually doing that. Independent artists, you got someone like a La Russell, freaking super dope artist, rapper. doing stuff on the independent scale that people who are in the industry wish that they could do, but it's not known on a wide scale. It's like, was hip hop, it's like we've made it this far, you know but when I look at and think about that feeling hip hop used to give me, you know when it was put in a way that was super super dope, with different backdrops that was super super dope. That's what hip hop was, and what we're getting now, it's like we're worried about a lot of the wrong stuff. you know if we're looking at, as far as saying that it is just black culture, rap is black culture. For me, and traveling and interacting with people and research and enjoying, it's hard for me to agree with that statement that other people can't participate and be considered great within it. This is another thing that breaks my heart with hip hop, because we're having these wrong discussions. Listen to this here. This all goes together.
You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
According to who?
You, rap fans.
Let me say something to you. And this is going to my African fundamentalism. No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors, it is an insult to the race, and it is an insult to every black person.
My man woke up today and chose violence. First and foremost, I want to point out the elephant in the room. There is a big difference between African American culture in the United States, which Dr. Umar is, and actual African culture on the continent of Africa. So by that very logic, he's just excluded himself from it. But never mind that. Let's go apply his logic. Basketball was invented by a white man. So therefore, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and LeBron James can't be considered some of the greatest players of all time. Tiger Woods, you picked the wrong sport. Sorry, not happening. What you have to think about is the root of the logic of what he's saying. This person cannot be considered for something because of their skin color. And here I thought we'd made progress in 2023.
You don't think Eminem is one of the best?
See, do you understand some of the logic? And these are people in our community and in hip hop platforms, that was Dr. Umar Johnson, and you can have your thoughts and opinions on him. But you can't discredit as far as anything that he has contributed in general. And we have Joe Budden, on the Joe Budden podcast, and they're having, as far as these particular type of conversations with these thought patterns, and no one is saying like, okay, well, if we use that logic, then if we apply that to other things, then there's going to be a lot of us that are hurt, because it's just all like, we unfortunately didn't create those things, but we can go into fields just like how other people can go into what would be considered ours, or we created, or different things like that, and be able to shine, And so instead of looking at the fact that, okay, there is a anti-woke hip hop song, so people who are just now getting into hip hop, or that's their way of getting into hip hop, they feel like, okay, this is not what the stereotype that I was told to. This is actually something that, is it the best song? No, but looking at it from the level of hip hop independent artist, number one, not the color of their skin. And this is what, unfortunately, things that we're not talking about on grand scale levels. There's this surface level stuff that people grab to, and it's not pushing anything forward. What is the reality of what's going on with hip hop right now? And it is not looking freaking good. Check this out. Check this out.
About the song Facts with Ben Shapiro, let's have a facts versus feelings conversation, which is something that Ben Shapiro always says. The hook of the song is "This ain't rap," which I agree with. It's not rap, it's not hip hop, has nothing to do with rap. Pierce, you're wrong. The song has nothing to do with rap. This song, he says, money, cars, clothes. We ain't selling drugs. We ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns. We ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs and your daughters into hoes. This is not facts. He completely erased all conscious hip hop. You see, I got this shirt from Tribe Called Quest, one of the greatest rap groups of all time. He erased what I do. He erased what my people do. And most of my friends don't rap about those things. Tom is lying about rap.
Well, yeah, but hang on. Okay, all right.
That,
yeah, but hang on. I'm not, I don't think he's saying all rappers do. In fact, he made a point of saying he doesn't mean all rappers or all hip hop stars. But there's no doubt some do. There's no doubt some do that.
He made a point, of course. Of course, and there's some country music artists and some heavy metal artists that participate in violent and sexual content. But I would never make a song, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't specify that he meant some rap in the song. He specified that on your show when you question him. But on the song, he's saying, I'm trying to be offensive and I'm hoping to upset people. So guess what? As a black man who does hip hop, I'm offended if you were.
And I played that because to see another viewpoint, and there's a lot with that. This is in regards to the Tom McDonald, this is a continuation of that interview, that clip that I had played earlier. And, again, when you hear people like someone like Talib Kweli, and they say, well, you're erased again, this goes with the line of thinking that the clip with Benzino, with when people look at rap, they're going to see this. It's not fair. The line of thinking with Dr. Umar Johnson, with this, you can't, be the best because you're white. This is, again, that whole line of thinking. And for Talib Kweli to not be able to see, like, he brought up country and rock, heavy metal, as far as participating in these particular type of things. And it's just all like, these aren't the prevalent. Remember what Tom McDonald was saying, the prevalent messages. Talib saying that some of his friends that he raps with and different things like that don't participate in that. It's just not true. It's just not even true, or even artists that he's collaborated with. Hip hop, it as a culture, it's, again, is hip hop fueling, or is hip hop, does it influence the culture, or does culture influence hip hop? Because for Talib to say that, but then we got this type of stuff going on. I'll play this clip from Candace Owens and Ice Spice's new song, Thank You the Shit Fart track.
Here is a clip of Thank You the Shit Fart. Take a listen.
God, thank you the shit. You're not even the fuck. I be going hard. I'm breaking their hearts.
Now, I think we can all admit that we've fallen as a society. I mean, I wouldn't say that that was Mozart or Beethoven, but I'm not all of these mainstream media publications that routinely rush to defend this kind of music, similar to what they did with WAP, the most disgusting and filthiest lyrics that I've ever read. They will then sit down and write an article trying to convince you that what you just heard was magical. And they did this with this Ice Spice song, again, entitled, You Think You the Fart. Here is hotnewhiphop.com rushing to defend this beautiful song that you just heard. They wrote, Ice Spice, the rap sensation on a meteoric rise, has just dropped her first release of 2024 with the unconventional track, Thank You the Fart. The song introduces a unique and attention-grabbing element, with Ice Spice drawing comparisons between herself and another woman using the now viral line, Thank you the bitch, you not even the fart. The distinct, choice of lyrics in the opening chorus has quickly become a talking point, capturing the curiosity of listeners and igniting discussions across social media platforms. Thank You, the Fart serves as a bold declaration of
Let me just say, they are so wild with how they're trying to make this shit sound like it is something to be like hype about. And this is the crazy trash stuff that again, this is what if hip hop, someone like a Talib Kweli, even someone like myself, who knows the other side of hip hop, who knows as far as the good things and what it's able to do as far as hip hop, know that this isn't representative, but I'm aware that this is the stuff that is the face and the push as far as for it, and if we're sitting up there allowing for these type of publications to, because they're gonna write what it is that they're gonna write, but we do not have to participate in it, you know to see this type of thing again. This is hip hop. Hip hop is breaking my heart.
of assertive self-confidence and superiority. Ice Spice employs direct and unapologetic language to establish dominance over her peers, touching on the themes of wealth, physical appeal, and personal prowess. The lyrics reflect a contemporary cultural emphasis on material success and individual empowerment in competitive environments. Ah. It's Mozart, everybody. It's Beethoven. Obviously, what you just heard was amazing. And if you don't think it's amazing, look no further than the mainstream media, who will try to convince you that it is. It's daring, it's contemporary, it is igniting discussions across social media platforms. This is the reason that nobody reads this crap anymore. You guys lie about the big stuff and you lie about the dumb stuff. I just want to live in a society where we can all acknowledge that a song that's entitled Thank You, the Fart is in fact itself a fart. That's where I want to live. I don't know. Can we get back to that? I don't know. I
Look, facts. That is freaking wild. Again, these are the face. So we can, okay, like if we want to follow as a whole Black culture, people who, appreciate real hip hop or different things like this, if we're going to sit here and be like, hey, this doesn't represent hip hop, we want a different face to be the top or different things like that, what all the stuff that doesn't even matter. We have to have actual conversations of what these type. We know that the Kendricks exist, we know that the J. Coles exist, but there's not enough of those type of artists that are at that forefront, that have influence and different things like that we're putting up. We're running up as far as the numbers, as far as for the Ice Spice song, Cardi B, Key Glock, these different things that have these lyrics. Again, Talib mentioned as far as country and rock, heavy metal. If you were to at random pick any of those songs at random, do you think that the intensity and subject matter of those would be anywhere near the ridiculous amount that is pushed to the forefront of us in the most wildest creative ways, murking each other, what we'll do to each other, like and this is what's being pushed. A lot of this stuff, I don't hear it. I didn't even listen to the Ice Spice song. I haven't heard the Megan Thee Stallion song. I haven't heard as far as those particular songs. And when I react to freaking songs and I'm hearing the subject matter, I'm like, yeah, the beat's dope, the flow's cool. And then I'm hearing what they're saying, and I get so disappointed. When I'm talking about it, I'm just all like, yeah, this is dope. This collaboration's cool, or, this, and this. But man, like, why is that the freaking lyrical content that's being pushed for our culture? We like to say it's our culture, it's our culture. How do we're asking the wrong questions when it comes to this. So if we're gonna say hip hop influences the culture, then we have to clean up hip hop if we're gonna clean up the culture. But if culture influences hip hop, then we still got to clean up the culture if we're going to clean up hip hop. And so I want to end it with this clip because he summarizes all this. This is a clip from Stevie Knight. He summarizes all this in a really dope point. At the end, I'll give my final thoughts. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this last little clip here.
Ain't got nothing to do with time though, bro. This has nothing to do with time, man. Like, this really ties directly into the meaning behind that song, facts, and putting facts over your feelings. And everything that Talib Kweli just said is coming from emotion. None of that shit is logical. It doesn't make any sense. It's this victimhood mind state that is prominent in the black community, bro. And it's sad because he means so much in hip hop, bro. Like, some people are just gonna say what he says is Bible because it's Talib Kweli saying it, bro. But nothing he's saying is making any sense. Tom McDonald's not the only one out here saying that hip hop promotes gang culture, street violence, promiscuity, which directly impacts the black community. To sit here and try to minimize the effect that music has on its young listeners is absolutely insane. And there's plenty of black folks out here that believe that as well. And to compare that to like country and rock and roll, that's a terrible example, bruh. He compared it to rock and country and how they are engaged in violent activities and sexual activities, or how they may write about it in songs. Bruh, that there's not one genre of music that glorifies the worst things in the world as much as hip hop does, which directly impacts the black community. And you're lying to yourself and you're doing black people a disservice by saying that it's not. Tom is not saying anything different than how a lot of black, white, Hispanic, Asians, old school heads feel about hip hop, bro. The bad parts about hip hop is a big reason why black folks are stigmatized where they are, because they think that hip hop is us, and you're making us own that. There's nothing wrong with people wanting to separate themselves from the negative things that come from black culture that is glorified in hip hop. Black folks should frown upon it. Black folks should shun it, but we don't. We glorify it. We eat it. These other genres of music don't do that shit, man. Name the equivalent of a Cardi B in country. Name the equivalent of a Kodak Black in rock. There is none. And these fools say the wildest shit that you would never read in any of these rap, country, whatever other genres of music songs. You never read it. And if you do, it will be seldom to none compared to the amount of times you will hear or read that shit in the radio. Bro, if you turn country music on, rock music on, 9 times out of 10, you will never have to worry about, children listening to it and being affected by it, bro, because nothing graphic in nature is hardly ever said in these type of songs. You play the bullshit that hip-hop producers currently in today's age and play that shit around the kids, bro, and you're a good parent, you're gonna be worried about what the hell your kids are exposed to. That only comes from hip-hop. Only comes from hip-hop.
Powerful words. DJ Vlad, you've been sitting there patiently. What do you make of all this?
I mean, I agree. Excluding the most, like, if you say J. Cole, Kendrick, you might as well say Jay-Z, Kanye, 50, Pac, Big. That's that conversation, bro. We talking about right now in hip hop, bro. You gotta bring up Moneybagg Yo, Key Glock, Kodak Black, Sexy Red, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Lotto. You got new ones, OT, Big X the Plug, bro. All these rappers are saying the most toxic shit that is fucking up society, fucking up people, fucking up the black community specifically, bro. Did a whole video about that, bro, with Crazy Bone. He talked about how record execs make a conscious effort to try to poison young black men the most because we're I ain't gonna say weak. I ain't gonna put myself in that goddamn box because music is never gonna influence me to the extent of going out there doing some dumb shit that's gonna wind up with me in prison or 6 feet deep. But that's what we talking about, bro. Black hip hop is the only fucking music that can do that shit to you, right? Okay, let's go on. Lil Baby, Da Baby. And we're gonna sit and act like Drake has never said anything that is derogatory towards women, bro. You're capping. Shit, hell, Lil Baby, one of the most popping rappers right now, dog. Only reason why he's as popping as he is because he got street cred, bro. Hip hop is the only genre of music where right now where street cred is often required for you to be marketable as a rapper, bro. You gotta show that you been in prison. You gotta fucking have bodies on you, bro. Look at the amount of influence Young Thug got right now. What other genre of music is doing that, bro? Fucking Rico. You know what I'm saying? Melly, Pooh Shiesty, Ski Mask, Rick Ross, Meek Mill, bro. The list goes fucking on. Hip hop is fucked. We have to have a real conversation of the implications that this toxic ass music is having on society, bro. You got little fucking girls out here singing the fucking lyrics that Sexy Red. You got young boys out here quick to fucking shoot instead of have a conversation because he's so fucking emotional. With the country music rock example, dog, I'm about to have some fun with this. We will look up. I'll go to the most trending playlist on Spotify. They'll put the most popping hip hop songs together right now for you, so I can show y'all what type of time it is, bro. If we go to Spotify, we go to Rap Caviar. Rap Caviar is new music. It's the new music. It's popping right now. 21 Savage. What are we talking about, bro? His most popping song on his album is Red Rum. If you know what fucking Red Rum means, it's murder backwards. Come on, bro. Hey, name.
He said it, and that's the type of stuff when these news people and these big medias, when they're writing as far as these particular type of things, and of course, yeah, they can go out of their way to sit up there and do that, but again, it's not about putting a new artist on or different things like that. It's about, this is a popular artist, we're gonna, so again, if this is what we're producing, of course media, other people are going to have this particular viewpoint on it. What is the prevalent, if we don't have, Jids, J. Cole's, Kendrick's, Common, these dope people, if we gotta wait years and all the while these people who are producing dance stuff, different things like that, or TikTok particular type of tracks and things like that, when you hear the content on what is popular, the masses are gravitating towards that. And why? Is it because this is what's being shown, or is this what people want? So it's this thing that needs to be talked about. So the conversation's open in the comment sections. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video, and make sure to take a listen to my new album, Tame Chaos. Just released it this year. Link will be in the description. Check out my books, comics, all that jazz. And let's leave it with some positivity.
It's one of the most ultimate teaching tools. Teaches you how to dance, teaches you how to dress, teaches you how to talk, teaches you how to walk, teaches you how to think. It's ridiculously capable, right? It can teach politics, right? Teach you who to vote for. It's a teaching tool.
Sadly, dinosaurs on that side of the aisle just can't see it for the bigger picture.
Let me